guys, welcome back to my new video. So it's my third video on the channel all about Python with Yash. So let's start with our video. So the video's topic is Python 0 to Hero Beginner Course Part 2. So in this video, I will cover list and dictionary of Python. So let's start. So are you ready to join the ranks of elite Python programmers? Then grab your keyboard and let's get cracking. By the end of this tutorial, you will be able to write code that will help have your computer doing your bidding in no time. So let's start. So the first topic is list and dictionaries in Python and their uses. By all about Python with Yash. So let's start. So what are lists? So lists in Python are a collection of ordered and changeable items that can contain any type of data, including other lists, strings, numbers, other data types also, like the tuples and the sets. Lists are defined by square brackets and are mutable. In the previous video, I told you the meaning of mutable. So mutable means that the data can be modified after creation. Alright. So unlike strings and tuples which are immutable, so immutable means the opposite of mutable. It means that data cannot be modified after creation. So lists can have duplicate elements while strings and tuples cannot, and they are commonly used for tasks such as data manipulation, cleaning, and structuring. So let's see some daily life examples of lists. Storing a list of items in a shopping cart for an e-commerce website. Keeping track of a list of tasks to complete in a to-do app. Storing a list of names in a contact list for an address book app. Keeping track of a list of student names and grades in a gradebook program. Storing a list of image file names for a image processing application. So these are some daily life examples. So 3 points you all must have understood. List. What are lists? They are collection of ordered and changeable items. Then they can include lists which are known as nested lists. If there is a list inside the list, they are known as nested lists. So then it can also contain other data types like the tuples and the sets. They are defined by square brackets and they are mutable, not immutable. Alright, so the next topic is creating, manipulating, and accessing the list. So there are many functions in lists, so let's see them one by one. So first function is creating a list using square brackets. So to create a list using square brackets, you just have to write elements inside the square brackets with the comma. So it is like this: my underscore list is equals to I square bracket open item 1 comma item 2 comma item 3 and then square bracket closed. Then comes example my underscore list is equals to square bracket open 1 2 3 square bracket closed. Then comes creating a list using list function. So to create a list using list function, we have to write my underscore list is equals to list and in brackets iterable. Iterable means any data type or anything, any string, any number, etc. So for example, my underscore list is equals to list and then hello. So it will create it like HELLO. So it will create all the elements in a single alphabet, alright, and then comma in between them. So then comes the first function, accessing an element by index. So to access an element by index, we just have to write my underscore list and in brackets we will write 1. Alright, 1 means, so I will tell you all this in the end of the video what are indexing, because I will give you examples in ideally. Alright, so roughly I can tell you like these are elements 1 2 3 in the first example. 1 2 3. So 1 will come at 0 index, 2 will come at first index, 3 will come at second index. And in the backward or a negative indexing, 3 will come at -1 position, 2 will come at -2 position, and 1 will come at -3 position. Because -0 is nothing, so backward indexing is always taken as -1. Alright, then comes slicing a list. So to get a particular amount of numbers, so we will write the starting index number and the ending index number of whose between we have to take the numbers. Alright, so here we have written 1 to 3. So it will take the numbers of index number 1 and 2. It will leave the 3 because n minus 1th term is given. Alright. Then comes appending an item to a list. So appending an item means we are adding one item, only one item at the end of the list. Alright. So to append an item in a list, we will write list name dot append, and in the bracket we will write item name, which we have to add it at the end. Alright. Then comes inserting an item at a specific index. So to insert an item, we just have to write the index number at which position we have to insert it and then the item. Alright. So the syntax of this is list name dot insert and in the bracket index comma item and then bracket close. Alright. Then comes removing an item by value. So to remove an item, we just have to write list name dot remove and in the bracket which item to get removed. Alright, so list name dot remove and in the bracket we have written 3 in the example. Alright, so next we have removing an index, removing an item by index. So to remove an item by index, we will use the delete command. So delete command is like this: del and then space and then list name and in brackets we will add the index, square brackets. When we write index, we always use square brackets, like you can see in the accessing an element by index and slicing a list examples. Alright. So next comes extending a list with another list. It means that we are trying to combine two lists together. So to do that, we will just write list name dot extend and then the other list in the brackets. So it's like my underscore list dot extend and in the bracket we are getting the another list. So the here my list is 1 2 3. So the now the output will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. All right. So now reversing a list. So to reverse a list, like to get 1 to 3 as a primary list and the reverse list would be 3 to 1. Alright. Then comes sorting a list. To sort a list, we will write list name dot sort and in the brackets nothing. If we want to get ascending order, we will write reverse is equals to false, and if we want to get it in descending order, we will write reverse is equals to true. Alright. So the syntax is like list name dot sort in the brackets nothing, or we can write reverse is equals to true if we want it in the descending order. So now comes counting number of occurrences of an item in a list. So to count the number of occurrences, we will just write the underscore list or the list name dot count and in the bracket the item whose number of occurrences we have to count. Okay. So next comes removing last element and returning it. To remove the last element of the list, we will write list dot pop and in the bracket nothing. Alright, we will simply write list name dot pop and it will remove the last item and then return it also, which item have been removed. Alright, so next comes built-in functions of list. So there are three types of built-in functions: using for loop, then comes using enumerate, then comes using list comprehension. So let's see them one by one. So the first function is using for loop. So the example is like this: my underscore list is equals to 1 2 3 4 5. So we have created a list by 1 2 3 4 5. So we will write for item in my underscore list print item. So this code creates a list called my underscore list and uses a for loop to iterate over each item in the list. The item variable is set to the current item in the list for each iteration of the loop. The print item statement then prints the value of the item variable, which is the current item in the list. So the output would be like 1 2 3 4 5. So it will print all the elements of the list in a vertical form. Alright. So then comes using the enumerate function. So to use the enumerate function, we will write my underscore list is equals to in brackets 1 dot 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 for index comma item, because here we have to print index also and the item also which is associated to it. So to print that, for index comma item in enumerate and in the brackets we will write my underscore list or the list name simply and then print index comma item. So this code, so let's see the explanation. This code creates a list called my underscore list and then uses the built-in function enumerate to iterate over each item in the list. The enumerate function will return both the index and the value of each item in the list. But in the for loop, we can only get the either the index or the items, not both. To get that, we will have to use the enumerate function. So the index and the item variables are set to the current index and value of the item in the list for each iteration of the loop. The print index and item statement then prints the index and value of the item. So it will print like this. You can see the output 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the index numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the items. Alright, now let's see the third one and the last one using list comprehension. So this code creates a list called a my underscore list and then uses list comprehension to iterate over each item in the list, square it and create a new list with square elements. So it simply means that all the items of the list will get squared if we will write this code. So it is like this: my underscore list is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, then squared list is equals to item. We have excess item here. Alright, item into 2 for the exponent sign, into 2 for item in my list. Alright, then print squared list. So it will print the squared list. You can see that 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25. So it has given a new list with the squared items. Alright, then comes examples of real life in the list. So data manipulation. List can be used to store and manipulate large amount of data. For example, a list of student records can be sorted by their list last name, or a list of weather data can be used to calculate the average temperature for a given month. So it simply means that we can store all the student names in a list and then sort them by their last name. Alright, so that there is no confusion in this list of student records. Alright, another example is list of weather data. So we can store all the temperatures and for a given month and then create an average. Alright, so then comes data cleaning. List can be used to clean and organize data from a variety of sources such as CSV files or databases. For example, a list of customer records can be used to remove duplicate entries or to standardize the format of the data. So a list of customer records in a shop or a mall, we can remove the duplicate entries also using the for loop and the built-in functions. Alright, then comes data structuring. List can be used to organize data into a specific structure, such as a tree or a graph. For example, a list can be used to represent a directory structure on a file system, or a list of edges can be used to represent a graph. So, data structuring, I will tell you in my 8th to 9th video because it is a very advanced topic. Alright, then comes file processing. List can be used to process large files such as log files or CSV files. For example, a list can be used to store all the lines of a log file and then used to find specific information or to generate a report. So it's simply that list can be used for file processing also. Alright. Then comes image processing. So list can be used to store and manipulate images also. For example, a list of pixels can be used to represent an image, and various image processing operations can be performed on the list such as cropping, resizing or applying filters. Then comes web scraping. List can be used to store data scraped from websites. For example, a list can be used to store the text of all the headlines of a news website and used to generate a report on the most common word used in the headlines. Alright, you can understand it, you can read it once. I am taking 2 minutes break. Alright, you can read it once. I hope you all must have read till now. Let's go to the next slide. The next slide is the conclusion of list. So, in conclusion, lists are a powerful data structure in Python that are widely used in various programming tasks such as data manipulation, data cleaning, data structuring, and more. They have many built-in methods that can be used to manipulate the data stored in the list. They're also versatile and can be used in combination with other data structures like dictionaries and sets. For those who want to learn more about working with lists in Python, there are several next steps that can be taken. Read the official Python documentations on lists. This is the link. Then comes practice working with lists by solving problems on online platforms like HackerRank, LeetCode, or Codewords. Also, in the next video or in the fourth video, I will be giving you some assignments to solve. Alright. Then comes learn about other data structures in Python such as tuples, sets, dictionaries. I will explain you now, and tuples and set I will explain you after some videos of programs. Alright, on list and dictionaries, I will create 2 to 3 programs. Then I will explain you tuples and sets. Alright. Then we will learn about advanced topics such as list comprehension and nested list. We have already seen it. Nested list is nothing. It is just list inside a list that is counted as a index. Alright. Then comes learn about more advanced libraries, NumPy and Pandas, which are built on top. This also we will study with the data structuring. Alright, in the 8th or 9th video. Alright. So now next topic is dictionary. So dictionary and list are almost similar, but the main difference is that dictionary has key and value pairs, which is counted as one item, and there is no indexing in dictionary. Alright, so lists are ordered collections of items and are indexed by integers. Lists are mutable, meaning items can be added, removed, or modified after they are created. Lists are created using square brackets. Lists can contain items of different types. Lists are useful for storing and manipulating large amount of data. Lists have many built-in functions such as append, insert, remove, etc. Dictionaries are unordered collection of items and are indexed by keys. Then comes dictionary are mutable, meaning items can be added, removed, or modified just as lists. Dictionaries are created using curly braces. Dictionaries can contain items of different types. Dictionaries are useful for storing and manipulating large amount of data, especially when the data is organized into key value pairs. Then comes dictionary have many built-in functions such as keys, values, items. I will tell you about them. Similar to lists, dictionary can also used for data manipulation and cleaning, data structuring, file processing, web scraping, machine learning, etc. So there is only one slide of dictionary because there is not much to learn in dictionary. Alright. So creating a dictionary. To create a dictionary, you do not have to do anything. Just write dictionary name is equals to then curly braces, then write key. Alright, key name and then colon and then the value. Alright, this is one element. Key and value is counted as a pair as a one element. Alright. Then comes age and then 30. Age is the key and 30 is the value. So to access a value by key, see in Python we can only access a value by key. We cannot access a key by a value. Alright. So my underscore dict and then in brackets we will write key and then my underscore dict and in bracket we will write key. If we will write here in the example my underscore dict in bracket key name, so it means the output would be John because John is associated with the key name. Alright. Then comes adding an item to the dictionary. To add an item to a dictionary, we will write my underscore dict a new key is equals to a new value. So write like my underscore dict in brackets we write gender is equals to male. So name John, age 30, gender male will be also added. Alright. Then comes removing an item by key. To remove an item by a key, we will write delete function del then space then dict name then the key and the value and the key will be removed from them. The item, alright, the key and the value combined will be known as item. Then comes checking if a key is in the dictionary. To check that a key is in the is in the dictionary or not, we will write key in my underscore dict. So here key is name in my underscore dict. So name is there. So it will return true. Alright. Then comes getting all the keys. If you want to get all the keys, so it will like my underscore dict dot keys, and my underscore dict is just a dict name. It can be anything. So dict name dot keys and in brackets nothing. This is the syntax for getting all the keys. To get all the values, we will write my underscore dict dot values and in brackets nothing. Alright. Then comes getting all the key value pairs. So key value pairs are known as items. So to get them, we will just write my underscore dict dot items and all the items will get printed. Alright. Then comes getting the value of a key with a default. So if we want to get a value of a key with a default, we will write my underscore dict dot get and then the key and then the default. Alright. Let's check the length of the dictionary. To check the length of our dictionary, we will just write len and then in brackets the dictionary name. So here the item numbers will be counted, not the key and the value. So like in the first one, you all will say that the list that a dictionary's length is 4. But no, it is not 4, it is 2 because only 2 items are there in the first example. Alright, then after adding the item gender male, then the length will increase to 3 but not 6. Alright, then comes clearing the list. To clear the list, we will just write my underscore dict dot clear and the list dictionary will get cleared and it will create an empty dictionary. Alright, so to create a shallow copy of the dictionary, we will just write mydict.copy and another dictionary will be created which is a copy of that. Alright, so 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 let's start some examples, guys. So let's start. So create a list. To create a list, we will just write the list name. Let's write L1, 2, 3. So the list is created. You can do some functions with it. So let's write print. Let's get the length L. So it should print 3. Let's see. So yes, guys, it is printing 3, I think. Yes, it is printing 3. So it is the length of the list. So then comes the append command. So to append a new element, we will write L dot append and then the new element. Let's write 4. Now if we will print the list, it should print 1, 2, 3, 4 as the list. Let's see what it will print. It is printing 1, 2, 3, 4. It means that the item has been appended. So now comes the extend command. So the extend command will write, the extend command will give new list 4, 5, 6. Let's extend the new list. Then we will write print L. So this time it should print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the result. Let's see what it will print. 1 second, guys. Let's see what it is printing. It is printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means that both the list has been combined. So to do some calculations, I have not told 1, 2, 3, 3 more commands. So let's see them. 1, 2, 3. So L dot max. So sorry. Print max and in the brackets you will write the list name. So it will print the maximum element. Alright. So the largest element. Like it will print 3 in this list. It is printing 3. You can see. It is printing 3. There is one more command that is min. It will print the minimum element. It should print 1. Let's see what it is printing. You can see, guys, it is printing 1. Alright, it is printing 1. Let's clear this. Now let's run. Now let's sum. To get the sum, we will just write sum L and all the items of the list will get summed. So it is like run it will print 6. It is printing 6. Alright, so we will simply write sum of the elements is comma sum L. So it will print sum of the elements is 6. Alright guys, so if now the other command is pop command. So the pop command will is like this: 1 comma 2 comma 3, then L dot pop, and in the brackets nothing. Now if we print L, so it will print like this 1 comma 2 because the 3 has been deleted. Alright, if we will write the remove and the index number is like this: 1 2 3. So 0 1 2 is the index number, and in the backward indexing 3 will get -1, 2 will get -2, and 1 will get -3 at the index. Alright, so let's remove 2. So to get remove 2, 1 comma, sorry, we will write just the 2, the item to be get removed. Now if we will print L, it will print 1 comma 3 because the 2 has been removed. So to get removed from the index number, we will write delete command, del L, and in the brackets we will write the index number, that is 2 index number. It will delete 3. Let's see what it's deleting. You can see guys, it is deleting 3 and the output is 1 comma 2 as the list. Now let's see some commands for dictionary. D is equals to firstly the key, that is 1, and here we can write 1. Alright, then the second L item 2, and here we will write 2. Then if we will do some functions on it, like d dot let's delete some, let's delete d, and in the bracket the key, so the key would be 2. If we will run it, it has been deleted, but we have not printed it. Now we have printed. Oh, sorry guys. Now if we will print it, it will show 1:1. You can see it is showing 1:1. You can see that because 2 has been deleted. Alright, now let's see how you should get key values and then the items. So d is equals to, we will write 1:1, then we will write 2 colon 2, then we will write print d dot keys. So it should print 1 and 2. Let's see what it's printing. So you can see guys, it is printing 1 comma 2, and it is printing d underscore keys, and in the bracket it is printing in a list form. It will print the keys or the values of the items in the list form. Alright, so if you will here write b dot values, it will print 1 comma 2 because the values are 1 and 2. So if you will write here items, so items are 1 1 and 2 2. So it is printing 1 1 and 2 2 in tuples form and in a list form. So tuples are as a elements in the list form. Alright, now all the functions are completed almost. The main functions I have covered in this video. There is one advanced version of sum. I should show it like d dot sum, and in the brackets d dot sum, sorry, it is of the, I think, 1 second, 1 1 comma 2 2 close, and then sum d. It should print 3. Let's see what is printing. Sorry guys, I have not printed it. Now if I print it, it should print 3. Yes guys, it is printing 3 because we have here taken the keys to get the the sum of the values. So if we will interchange them, like 1 is to 1 here, 2 is to 2. Now if we print d dot values, so here the values will get accessed and the sum will be printed. Let's see how it will happen. You can see that 3 is getting printed and it is the sum of the values, because in the key form we have 1 and 2 as a string which cannot be summed. Alright, so this is all for today's video. Thank you so much guys for giving me so much support in the previous 2 videos, and I will give you more videos like this every 3 days. Okay, every 3 days, and you will get a new video in every 3 days. Now I will give you some more programs based on list, dictionary, and in voice assistant also. Alright guys, so thank you all for watching my video. Stay coding, stay safe, and also do like, share, and comment on my video, and also subscribe my channel to get more and more videos. Thank you guys.